Hey, bubbling, coming in, crushing this. Alright. Hey guys, we're back with the second sign of summer fixed. Alright, so this would be Leo. Leo. Alright, so straight up, this will be someone that personally likes to share themselves with other people. Like Leo or the sun type of energy is they really want to be giving their light, right? But they need to be giving something to other people's like. So they get to be the show and other people get currency, like they get paid something they want, right? Like a comedian, they get people laugh or people are entertained or something like that. So personally, this is someone that's gonna want to be the show, you know? So that would be a Leo rising, or they'd have a lot of things that are a lot of personal issues that have to do with their appearance, you know what I mean, and how they get along in a group. All right, hold on, I'm gonna get some water. All right, back at it with water. So straight off the bat, Leo rising 7th house would be Aquarius. So these would be in their relationships. They would find people that don't need to be a part of the group. They got it all worked out for themselves. They have their own unique opinion, and they don't care if anyone else agrees. They're not trying to get everyone else on those page. So those are lessons they would learn in their one-on-one relationships. Now, privately, they have Scorpio here. So in their home life, there's a lot of obsessive energy. So it's almost like, yeah, at home they're on something, or there is a lot of energy at home about people just on something, for better or worse. Like when you're actually a part of the Leo's inner circle, there's a certain thing that the Leo understands that's going to go on there. Like there's a certain vibe that's going on there, and they're kind of obsessed with that in a way, the Scorpio energy. And so hopefully the Leo in their inner circle, Leo rising on their inner circle, their home circle, their private life, is keeping their emotions in a positive place. Because yeah, this is their Scorpio, this is where their obsessive energy is. Now their public life is fixed Earth. So it's almost like publicly they're trying to be viewed as one way, or they are kind of viewed in one way, or there's kind of like one kind of set thing that they like to get kind of into publicly. So it's almost like, for better or worse, Leo, like Leo rising, publicly, like kind of pick a lane, right? Kind of seems like that energy, like they kind of want to, or it just kind of makes sense, you know? Yeah. So it's almost like publicly it's like pick a lane, Taurus, and then privately it's like pick a feeling or pick an obsession, Scorpio. And hopefully that's healthy, right? So yeah, so that would be the 1st, the 7th, the 4th, and the 10th, Leo rising. So if we move on to the 2nd and the 8th, the 2nd is Virgo. So this would be someone that values being able to break things down, that values being able to understand things, that values being able to work with things, which makes sense. Like if you're going to be the person that's like doing the show, right, you should value being able to do a little bit of everything and know how to do it well, you know, like master and none, knower of all. And then their 8th house is Pisces. So behind closed doors, there is a lot of things emotionally that they get sucked up into, whether this is like stuff that's behind closed doors as in like a cult, stuff behind closed doors as in they don't want anybody to know about, stuff behind closed doors as in just hidden, like more ethereal things, like the current, like stuff that develops from the currency in relationships, like inheritances, or just kind of the behind the scenes of the relationships, like the things that you didn't necessarily know were playing a role into your relationship, or the other party didn't, or stuff like that. There's a lot of emotional weight that the Leo would learn behind the scenes with the Sagittarius, or not Sagittarius, but the Jupiter ruled sign here, Pisces. So yeah, so straight off the bat, that would be 2 to 8. Then if we go to 5 to 11, 5 is Sag too. So how they express themselves is mutable fire. They're always trying to find new ways to express themselves. And also they're receptive, right? Mutable. They're receptive on how they express themselves, which makes sense being Leo, like trying to be the center, right? So yeah, and there's a lot like that behind closed doors, and with expressing themselves is where a lot of their experiences come from, or a lot of their like where they get their spiritual resonance, because these are the Jupiter ruled houses. So yeah, like this is where they'll get the information on how they want to use their Mars, or like the things they resonate with, such that now with their Mars, their Libra planet, what they're going to go out and carve, the stuff they're going to make, the new things they're going to create, like this, the fifth house, how they express themselves and what happens behind closed doors will have them learn a lot of lessons on like how, like what they're actually trying to do, like new, because of what they resonate with what they're going to do with their Martian energy. So what they're going to do, yeah, behind closed doors, or not behind closed doors, but privately, like eighth house is like alone, like stuff you wouldn't even talk about on your inner circle, right? Or maybe you'd open up about it, but it's like only for your inner circle, but it didn't necessarily happen on your inner circle, if that makes sense. And then the fourth house is the inner circle. So yeah, so it's almost like you have these experiences behind closed doors and with how you express yourselves that play into your fourth house personally, what you kind of obsess over. All right, so that would be the fifth. And then if we go to the 11th, so it's almost like the Taurus's 10th house, Leo's 10th house, Taurus, is going to like be fixed. It's kind of like it's kind of apt for them, or it makes sense for them kind of to pick a lane. Whereas the 11th house, who they associate with, it's like people kind of coming in and out, which just makes sense to me. It's like, okay, you have a show or something like that, and then like who you associate with, people are just coming out. It could be this person, it could be that person, you know, it depends. Just like what they value, the Virgo, I just want to know a little bit of everything, right? So that would be the 11th house versus the 5th house. Oh, right. So now if we go to the 3rd house versus the versus the 9th, these would be the cardinal houses that we're moving on to. So Leo 3rd house would be Libra. So this will be someone calm, cool, and collected on their day-to-days. This will be someone that, let's see. So it's almost like if we have Cancer rising, right? I was talking about how they would have Virgo in the 3rd house. So like in their day-to-days, in like the things that they just do naturally, these things like would almost be hands-on things like gardening that they would really be able to bring up because of the Virgo, like the OCD kind of like knowing how things work, knowing how things break down, wanting a perfect energy. So, but if we think about Leo with the 3rd house of Libra, this is more calm, cool, and collected. This is more idea. This is more thought. This is more airy. It's less like practical. So it's almost like air, like Cancer would rather maybe have like a garden or something like earthy, something more solid. Whereas Leo would almost be wanting to write jokes, like Libra, like ruled by Venus, something beautiful, something that they like, and then Saturn, something that makes sense with how they gain structure and security. And a lot of that, let's see. Seems like they gain structure and security, Capricorn, learning how things break down, and in their one-on-one relationships. So yeah, it's almost like in their 3rd house, they're developing like kind of like ideas, or the things that they like to do day to day is like developing like ideas or doing things airy, like Libran, like that will help them play out in their 7th house or in their one-on-one relationships, and also to get more of an idea of what they like, so that when things break down in their 6th house, they know like kind of how they need to come about that. So this would be, if we look at Leo, this would be someone, if we look at their 6th house, this would be ruled by Capricorn. So this would be someone that when things break down and they need to fix them, it's like they're already kind of developing a structure around that. Like, yeah, like that would be the big dreamer. Like once something breaks down, it's like they have like this idea with the Mars exalted there and the ruled by Saturn, this solid idea that resonates with them, or something that they want to do, the Mars, on how they're going to fix it. So, or when they're trying to develop something new, like they're trying to bring their new show or their new series or their new something new into being that's solid, something that they can rely on, right? And they need to like take steps day by day to do this. They're going to have like a grandiose dream about this, Capricorn, big dreamer, and it's going to be solid, right? Like if they're able to take the steps to fulfill that, then yeah, like that will be solid. But if they get to the 11th house, opposite to this, where they've realized that there is no going past this, this is just moodiness. This is just like depression, just like, because it's ruled by Cancer, right? So this is where you want to just like be at home and like just be comfortable, right? So it's kind of like, I don't think a good place for the Cancer house, because if you think about it, when you finally hit a wall that you just can't go past and you just got to sit there with it, like it may be good to really feel that deeply, right? But this is more in sort of like a what you want to feel kind of way. Whereas like Pisces would feel that deeply and probably develop safeguards like ruled by Jupiter and like develop their spiritual understanding of the world and how stuff works. And also with Sag, like the same thing. Like they would be trying a bunch of new things and maybe nothing wouldn't work, but they'd find a bunch of new ways to see and feel about it. Whereas like Pisces would kind of get lost into it too, but it seems like Pisces still would like develop sort of a reasoning and meaning behind it, whereas Cancer in the 12th house would actually just like be hurt. So it's almost like, yeah, once Leo sees that something breaks down, they're gonna have like a big dream, but once they actually can't get through that, it just seems like hurt. Cancer in the 12th house. So yeah, so that's Leo, second sign of summer. Bubbling, coming in, crushing this art.